I just want to start off by saying, these videos are gonna be a lot longer than I planned on them to be in, and I might actually have to make it more than one part, like DSP does himself. And I also want to say, the fucking money team lives on, motherfuckers. Still undefeated. Still fucking undefeated. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay.
That won't be relevant like 3 years from now.
And he says, "Hey Phil, I saw your opinion on the Nintendo NX or whatever it's called on the last episode of Ask the King, and you also."
The person that wrote this question in couldn't Google a Nintendo NX or whatever it's called. Really, it's called a Nintendo NX, right? So why would you put in whatever it's called in there? It's like, why are you pretending to seem nonchalant?
Talked about Amiibos, and I felt a bit offended by that, and I want to address it. I'm an avid Amiibo collector, and it's fun, despite some figures being really hard to find, that you can get your hands on certain characters that have never been produced in a figure or statue of any kind before. Sure, there are more useful areas to invest your money in, but at the end of the day, collectors will collect as long as they enjoy it, and they also get little bonuses in the games.
I used to collect Pokemon cards, and they didn't mean shit. I was one of those dudes in the 5th grade. I used to fucking bring Pokemon cards to school, and to the point, the principal at my elementary school, grade school, whatever you want to call it, the principal made it to when I think we would get like a 2-day suspension if we were caught with Pokemon cards. The 90s was ridiculous, but I understand how this dude feels. Also, like if someone would have told me collecting Pokemon cards was stupid and Pokemon cards was dumb, I would have felt a little bit pissed off. So I understand how this dude feels.
Nintendo stole the idea from somewhere else like Skylanders, as long as people are actually liking it. I don't think it is okay to call people stupid like you've done here just because they like collecting Amiibos. So my question is,
remember the dude that sent this question in, he paid $20 to get this question answered. Just keep this in mind.
Why are you so
I've never heard the response to this question, by the way. So this is going to be interesting.
Go down on the Amiibo, knowing that you used to collect statues and certain other things as well. Thanks. Perfect question, because I love.
He's selling shitty ass statues to this day that he used to collect when he was making a lot more money on YouTube. But he shits on people that collect Amiibos because he thinks it's dumb. Collecting statues is fucking dumb. Collecting anything is kind of fucking dumb. You know, we collect stuff because it's fun. Or because we have extra money and we want to spend extra money on stuff that looks cool. That's just like, it's way off topic. But that's just like people that say tattoos are dumb. I have tattoos. I think tattoos are dumb. But I still have them. Just like I think collecting stuff is dumb and I still collect stuff. If you like it, you like it. I think you could think something is dumb and still like it. I'm rambling. I'm drunk. Let's continue.
Ask me to follow up and elaborate on something, because chances are when the initial question is asked, I don't get a chance to ever elaborate again, and then people don't get that additional explanation, and because of that, that's it. Phil's a dick. He hates all collectors, but he's a hypocrite because he's...
All right, I need to pause and come back. Was in my hand the whole time. Okay, so literally the thing I was looking for was in my hand the entire time I was looking for it, which is insane because I ran around the house looking for something that was in my hand while I was looking for it. Holy shit. But pretty much what he's saying is he said something. He's basically saying that he said something that was kind of stupid or kind of silly, and he didn't elaborate on it later on, retract his statement later on. And for some reason my internet wasn't working, but
collected in the past.
Continue.
So fuck Phil. Well, that's not really what I said. And if you actually listen to the whole argument that I made last time,
this is one of the many times where DSP says something stupid and then comes back later on and says, no, you didn't listen to what I said the correct way, because what I said wasn't stupid if you listen to it the correct way. He's one of the type of people that say, well, you interpreted my argument a certain way, so you just got it wrong, but that's not what I meant. He's one of those kind of people. I fucking hate people like that, by the way.
Understand why I disagree with this strategy of Nintendo.
If I say DSP is a piece of shit, that means I said DSP is a piece of shit. I can't come back 2 months later and say, no, when I said DSP is a piece of shit, I didn't mean DSP is a piece of shit. You interpreted it the wrong way. I really meant I don't like some of his practices, but I don't think he's a piece of shit. No, fuck that. You still said it.
Nintendo. And we're not talking Nintendo of America. We're talking Nintendo of Japan. The core company, the game developer that makes all of the first...
Keep in mind, for some fucking reason, not even for some reason, because of YouTube, because of the YouTube shit with Nintendo, he really wants to shit on Nintendo of America and not Nintendo of Japan. Sorry for checking my phone, but he really wants to shit on Nintendo of America as opposed to Nintendo of Japan, because Nintendo of Japan is actually taking money out of the pockets of people like him and people like Somewhat Upset Joe and all of the other fucking babies that are complaining about Nintendo taking ad revenue off of stuff.
First-party Nintendo games is an incredibly xenophobic, egocentrical, culture-centric to-Japan company that thinks that...
They're a to-Japan company. That's like me saying a fucking asshole wearing a cowboy hat is too American. I'm sorry, but I can't see it as being something besides racist to say a company is too Japan. They're Nintendo of fucking Japan. What else are they going to be? Are they going to be too fucking American? Are they going to say, oh, me like hot dogs? Are they going to, that's really fucking racist. But are they going to fucking eat hot dogs and corn dogs and chili dogs and nachos all day and be American and fucking Mexican? The Nintendo of fucking Japan. What else are they going to be? I'm getting too fucking frustrated watching this. The stuff I do for the boys and girls. But he calls Nintendo of Japan too Japanese. Really? So I'm supposed to be Japanese and work at Nintendo of Japan, and I'm supposed to not appreciate my culture and not think my people are better than other people. Tell me something. What race? Racism aside, it doesn't even have to be racist. What race thinks their race is not like higher than the other races? You look at Native Americans. Native Americans have a ton of fucking pride. You look at African Americans, they have a ton of fucking pride. You look at Africans, they have a ton of fucking pride. You look at British people, German people, people from fucking Australia. They have a ton of fucking pride. No race is going to look at their own race and say, oh man, I'm not better than those people. I'm equal to those people. You can see it however you want to fucking see it. But based on the people I've came across in life and based on how people act that I've come across in life and based on what I've seen in movies and books and TV shows and music, people from a certain race are going to think their race is better than the other race. Not necessarily better as in, oh, the other races are a piece of shit type of way, but better in the way like, you know, how African American people will say, oh man, Martin Luther King did all of this and Rosa Parks did all of this and Malcolm X did all of this. They won't bring up what other races did. Native American people, oh, this person did this person did this. My people are so proud. They're still around. Indian people, oh, these people did this. These people did this. Mexican people, oh, the Mexican pride. Oh, these people did this. Brown pride, all of this and all of that. I know it's a touchy subject, but if I'm a part of a certain culture or I'm a part of a certain race, I'm going to respect that race, and I'm going to respect that culture more than any other culture, because that's the only race I know. That's the only culture I know. That's how I was raised. That's how I was born into that. So to call a Japanese company too Japanese and say they think they're better than other people because they're Japanese is fucking ridiculous. Sorry for fucking rambling. I'm sure I didn't make sense to like 90% of the people that heard this.
They're better than everyone else worldwide when it comes to video games. They're number one. Their shit.
I don't know why he thinks they know better than everyone. I don't know where that opinion comes from.
Doesn't stink. And if you don't like what they produce, you're fucking wrong, and shame on you for not.
DSP, it's funny because DSP is saying if you don't like what Nintendo put out, Nintendo thinks you're wrong. If DSP think if you don't like what he put out, then you wrong. He think the best YouTuber, the other YouTubers are fake and all of this other shit. But he gets on Nintendo for acting the same way he acts.
Liking their games, basically, or their consoles. That's actually the mindset of Nintendo management.
That's the mindset of DSP.
Proven it time and time again in the past decade when they shoved gimmick after gimmick after gimmick.
You've proven that you think your content is better than other people's content time and time again in the last 7 years when you put out the same shit and you say, if you don't like the shit I put out, then leave. But he gets on Nintendo for doing almost literally the same thing he does with his YouTube page.
Down the hardcore gamer's throat, and the hardcore gamers came back and said, we don't want motion controls. We don't want a giant fucking touchscreen, stupid controller for the Wii U. We don't want a console that doesn't have good graphics because you decided not to make it.
The hardcore gamer said, we don't want a console that doesn't have good graphics. What? All of these top-selling games that have shit graphics? What about Minecraft, DSP? What are you talking about? Is the hardcore gamer really like, does the hardcore gamer, does that translate into me? When DSP says the hardcore gamer, does that translate into him saying, I don't want that? Does that translate into that? I'm thinking it does.
As good as everyone else is. We want to play Nintendo games on a console that rivals your competition. We want to play third-party games on your consoles. We want to do all these things. We want online play that's worth a shit, unlike the horrendous online capabilities of the Wii U. And Nintendo constantly says...
He says, I won't lie, the online capabilities aren't fantastic for the Wii U or for the 3DS. But he shits on the online capabilities of the system. What has he played that was online? I never seen him play Mario Kart online. He never played Call of Duty online on the Wii U. What the fuck has he played online to say the online is shit? Smash? Smash runs like shit regardless. Smash could be on the fucking PlayStation 4 and it would probably run like shit. What has he played online to say that online on the Nintendo system isn't good? What has he played online to justify him saying that it isn't good? I can't think of anything. Because he never fucking plays those games online. The only game I can think of that he played online from Nintendo or on a Nintendo console was Smash on the 3DS and on the Wii U. I never seen him play Call of Duty online. I never seen him play even fucking Animal Crossing online. So I don't know where he gets this from.
Fuck you. We don't care. We don't listen to customer feedback.
This is the same thing he does. Sorry for yelling in the microphone. This is the same thing DSP does. I don't listen to YouTuber feedback and to Twitch feedback when he was on Twitch, and the Twitter feedback and the comment feedback. Fuck you. If you don't like my videos, you don't like my videos. You need to leave. This is literally the exact mentality of DSP. If you don't like my stuff, leave. And that's what he's saying. Nintendo acts that way. And he's shitting on it. That's the same way he acts. That's the same way he acts. You know, like an axe. Because I'm from the South and I can't say acts the right way. Anyway.
And if you actually listen to the words of the heads of Nintendo for the past several years, well, the reason that our financials are down, it's not because the Wii U sucks or because we didn't listen to market feedback.
Oh, the reason why my views are down. Oh, it's not because of my commentary sucks, or the reason, well, because my videos suck. This is DSP talking.
Because we really missed out on that mobile market that everyone's.
This is DSP yet again. Oh, the reason why my views suck and why my commentary sucks is because I missed out on direct capture, and I missed out on that phase when everybody was doing it and everybody switched to it, and now everyone does it now, and I switched to it years later. And the reason why my views suck is because I didn't do Minecraft when everyone else did it. This is DSP talking about himself, and he's using Nintendo as his replacement. This is the same fucking thing. He's almost talking about himself. And I don't want this to seem like a DSP hate video, because it's not. But goddamn, how else could I explain it? And I'm looking at the wall like it's a person again. I guess because I don't like looking at the camera.
So now we're going to make Nintendo games that are going to work on mobile devices. That's what the market we missed out on. And it's like,
so because I missed out on the Minecraft market, I'm going to ask you to donate money to me so I can play Minecraft.
What?
What? That's the same thing I said.
You sold a console, the Wii U, that had almost no games and no incentive to buy the console for 2 years, but you're going to blame it.
You did shitty commentary using a fucking camera aimed at the TV for 5 years.
The fact that your company is losing money because you didn't make mobile games for the.
But now you're going to blame. But now you're going to blame it on the fact that YouTube changed and you didn't change. Instead of saying you wasn't good enough in the beginning, now you're going to blame it on the viewers instead of blaming it on yourself. Holy shit, DSP. You're talking about yourself.
Smartphones.
No.
That is a failure to admit fault. Okay.
That is a failure to admit fault. You motherfucker, you're talking about yourself again.
A failure to open your fucking eyes and say we don't know everything and we should listen to the market.
We don't know everything and we should listen to the common YouTuber that says in comments, do this different, do that different, do that different.
Nintendo does not listen to their market.
DSP does not listen to the viewer.
All right.
Holy shit.
So, why am I angry about the Amiibos?
Wow.
I'm so much angry about the Amiibos.
Like DSP would say, wow, dude. Wow, that was fucking amazing. Literally, he is Nintendo. Literally is used the wrong way, but I'm using the common definition of literally, which means not literally, just like ironic. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. But he's talking about Nintendo, and he's damn near talking about himself because he does the same shit. It's fucking amazing.
Nintendo can do whatever.
Wow.
I can't control them, right? I can't control Nintendo and say
DSP can do what he wants. I can't control him. I can't tell him to make his commentary a little bit. I can't tell him to not talk over cutscenes as much. I can't tell him to edit his videos. Why the fuck should I be able to tell him to do that? Why should I have the right to tell him to control his content in a different way than the way he normally controls his content?
Do this or do that. What I'm angry about the Amiibos is that Nintendo consistently has had anti-gamer practices. They've consistently.
What I'm angry about with DSP is that he's had consistently anti-viewer practices, and he doesn't give a fuck about the average viewer that watches his videos. Sure, we can just fucking translate all of this to relating to him. This is amazing.
They want, whether it syncs their company or not, and they're not going to listen to you, the common game.
Whether it syncs his YouTube channel or not, and he has to resort to Patreon to fucking float his big ass cowboy head above water. He doesn't want to listen to the common YouTuber. He doesn't, not the common YouTuber, the common YouTube viewer. He doesn't want to listen to the common person on Twitter saying, man, you should do this different. He says, no, fuck you. I play games how I want to play them, and you better fucking watch them. Because if you don't fucking watch them, you watching fake YouTubers like PewDiePie and Toby Turner and all of those other piece of shit YouTubers, and I'm better than all of them. This is DSP. DSP is Nintendo. Holy shit.
Right? I mean,
this is amazing.
They are preventing YouTubers from making gameplay videos of their games unless they hide behind the guise of a managed partnership.
Now the real reason comes of why he's talking about Nintendo.
On YouTube.
I'm looking at this fucking chair like it's a person.
Content creators who already paid to use a Nintendo game's license, right?
All right, this is something I wanted to talk about in the video about Somewhat Upset Joe, but I don't want to be one of those dudes that does YouTube videos about all the other YouTubers because that's fucking stupid to me. Okay, let's get this straight. You spend $60, $50, $40, whatever, to use the game. You get the license to the game to play the fucking game, right? I spent $60 to play the game. I did not spend $60 to play the game, record the game, upload the shit to YouTube, and make more than $60. You're not getting money to redistribute the fucking content of the game. I'm all for the Let's Player. I'm all for the person that wants to play video games on YouTube. But you didn't pay for that. You paid to play the fucking game. If I pay $100, if I would have paid $100 to watch the Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao fight, and I would have recorded it and did fucking commentary over it and uploaded it to YouTube, you think that shit would have got taken down? Fucking right, it would have got taken down because that's copyright infringement. I didn't have the right to do commentary over it and upload it to YouTube. I had the right to watch it. When you pay for a Nintendo game, when you pay for any video game, you have the right to play it. You don't have the right to record it and upload it to YouTube. That's dependent on the publisher and the developer. People like DSP and people like Somewhat Upset Joe that want to fucking twist shit and make it into what they want to make it into. They're thinking about it. They're trying to twist it into something it's not. They use this bullshit excuse like, oh, we're sharing our experience. No, motherfucker. You putting ads on a video, you playing a fucking video game and you want to make money for it. I don't have a problem with that. But don't make it seem like it's something that it's not. You paid to play the game. You didn't pay to play it and record it and upload it to YouTube and make more money than what you spent on it by uploading it to YouTube. You can kick all that bullshit out the fucking window. I'm sorry if anybody, this is one of the few things is like, if you feel otherwise, I don't agree with you. I won't even say, okay, that's your opinion, I accept it. You paid to play a fucking game. When video games first got fucking invented, when they fucking made fucking Pong and shit, they didn't say, oh man, well, if you play Pong and you record yourself playing Pong and put it on CBS, well, we'll let you put advertisements on it and make money playing it. No, motherfucker. Yes, it's a transformative work and you can call it whatever you want to call it. But if these people want to claim this shit, it's theirs to claim. It's not a review. It's not news. It's you talking over gameplay of a fucking game. If these people want to claim the money of you talking over gameplay of a fucking game, let them fucking claim it. The way I feel about Somewhat Upset Joe not saying, oh, I'm not going to do Nintendo videos. Don't do Nintendo videos no more then. Don't talk about them. Pretend like Nintendo doesn't fucking exist. Nintendo already barely floating above fucking water. Just ignore them. All they putting out is fucking Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Animal Crossing. The same shit anyway. The other stuff they put out is niche as fuck. Just ignore them. He was playing Mario Party. And he got all pissed off about it. And then he uploads a rant that gets some more views than the Mario Party video. And because it's 100% his content, because it's just him talking in front of a camera, he makes even more money on the Mario Party video. That's completely besides the point. I'm not talking about Angry Joe. I don't want to make a video about Angry fucking Joe. I'm sorry, Somewhat Upset Joe. But you can kick all of that shit to the side. I'm sorry, but that I paid to play that I paid for a license bullshit. Yeah, you did. You paid to play the game. You didn't pay to play the game and try to make money off it. I'm sorry, but you didn't. And if Nintendo want to claim money for that shit, they have the right to do it because they own the fucking game. They own all the copyrights and all the trademarks for the fucking game. They could do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. They could make Mario Manny fucking Pacquiao and make Luigi Floyd Mayweather if they want. It's their fucking game. Anyway, I don't want to go on about this for 20 fucking minutes, so let's continue.
I paid your $50 to play that game, and they're stealing ad revenue from people because they want your money because they know better than you. Right?
No.
So I did completely
because they think they own
Nintendo's
they own the rights to the game, and they don't want people to
them.
earn money playing the game they own the rights to. That's why they're taking the ad revenue. They don't want people to play their shit and get views because it's their shit. If you make a video and name is Super Mario World, it's going to get views because it's named Super Mario World. It's not going to get views because it's named Angry Joe Plays, well, Somewhat Upset Joe Plays Super Mario World. It's not going to get views because it's named Dark Side Field Plays Super Mario World. It's going to get views because it's named Super Mario World. They sick of people making money using their stuff. Because let's be completely fucking honest, I could make a video named something after a Nintendo game and it's going to get views because it's the Nintendo game. The game has more of a fan base than I do. The games have more of a fan base than DSP does. The games have more of a fan base than Somewhat Upset Joe does. The game is getting views. This is the reason why day one YouTube views exist. The game gets the views, not the person. And you can use whatever the fuck excuse you want to use, but the reason why Nintendo wants to get money off them fucking ads is because they know people using their games to make money, and they feel like that's not fair. I'm not saying that that's okay, but I'm not saying it's wrong neither. I'm honestly on both sides with this argument. And I'm going way off course again, but people have actually called it anti-gamer, and it's not. It's anti-YouTuber. It's not anti-gamer by a fucking long shot. It's anti-YouTuber. If I upload a video of me playing Super Mario World, the shit is going to get flagged, and Nintendo is going to put shitty-ass ads all over it. That has nothing to do with the common gamer. That's me. That's a dude on YouTube. The person playing Super Mario World at home, they won't feel any effects of that because they're playing Super Mario World at home. They paid for the license to play the game. They didn't pay for the license to play the game, upload it to YouTube, and make money off it. Kick that shit out. Kick that shit out the fucking window, man.
Years, people
like I'm tired of hearing that argument.
Cash in for non-hardcore gamers, and Nintendo lost touch with the common gamer.
Really?
And Nintendo is stealing everyone's.
How did Nintendo lose touch with the common gamer when they released the same shit that we've been loving since the fucking 80s? Look at Nintendo games. Donkey Kong, Zelda, Mario. Animal Crossing, every 6 years? Fucking Fire Emblem now, every 4 years? What else does the common gamer want? The common gamer loved Zelda, Mario, and Donkey Kong in the 80s. In 2015, guess what? We still love Zelda, Mario, and Donkey Kong. How did they lose touch with the common gamer if they're giving us the same stuff we wanted 20 years ago?
Revenue on YouTube, that's an anti-gamer practice. But now because they're
it's not anti-gamer, you fucking asshole. It's anti-YouTuber.
Making Amiibos, forgive it all, right? They're great. Wow, a little fucking figurine of Bowser or this little one of...
Because they made Amiibos, forgive everything else they've done. Who said that? No one said that. People just say they like Amiibos. No one said, I like Amiibos, so everything Nintendo does is okay because I like Amiibos. No one has said that. This is DSP twisting shit around for his own fucking personal reasons and trying to make it seem like it's the common opinion, and it's not.
Sonic,
I don't know where he get this shit from.
So cool to have a little figurine, and I'm sorry, the cop-out of it adds something to the gameplay experience on the Wii U is bullshit. It doesn't. It's an added feature. If it was such a critical thing... Do you have an Amiibo DSP? Can you really explain to us what it adds to the game? Or did you just look it up online on some article and say, oh, this is it? I mean, let's be completely honest about it. Okay, you spend... I'm gonna just make up a fake price. You spend $12 on an Amiibo. And the Amiibo is a collectible. It looks cool. It's a character from a video game you know and other people know. And it adds shit to your game. You spend $12 on a Skylanders figure and, oh, look, it's only usable in Skylanders and the only people that recognize it are people that like Skylanders. Amiibos are worth more in my opinion.
because it's fucking Nintendo characters. Sony can make the same thing and it'll be like, holy shit, we got fucking Killzone dude, and we got fucking Jack from Jack and Dexter on a goddamn little statue. Like, if it adds something to the game and it's a cool collectible that other people will notice, it's worth a little bit of money. But I'm rambling again. Let me shut up.
To add something to your Wii U game experience, wouldn't everyone complain that they should come with the game? Because they don't. It's a little added tweak here or there.
Really? People will complain that the Amiibo should come with the game, so the game could cost $10 more.
On the Wii U because you bought the Amiibo. It's a fad. They got you. If you're into the Amiibo craze right now.
Oh, guess what, DSP? You were into the collect statues phase. That was a fucking fad. Pokemon was a fad. Tetris was a fad. Fucking the little blocks you twist around. Rubik's Cube, that shit was a fad. Just because something is a fad doesn't mean it's not cool and it's not fun, dude. It's like he's so out of touch with the common person.
Now, oh my god, I gotta get every one, and I'm lining up at fucking Walmart and Target to get the exclusive ones only sold at those stores, and I'm pissed.
You used to line up at GameStop to get Call of Duty at midnight.
Because they sold out, and there's a golden Mario, and it's behind a locked case, and I'm gonna cuss out the fucking floor manager of Walmart because they don't have anyone with the keys nearby to sell me that fucking golden Mario right now. You got duped by Nintendo. You are their core audience. They
really?
They're not doing anything significant in the gaming market.
Let's go back to this. Remember, someone paid $20 for this question. $20 to get their fucking dumbass question answered. And DSP is basically saying you're a fool if you fell for this. You're a fool if you like Amiibos. He basically just said this. You're a fool if you like Amiibos. You got duped by Nintendo. Nintendo fooled you. They tricked you into giving them money. What they came up with wasn't a cool idea at all. You could say it copied off Skylanders as much as you want, but Skylanders is generic looking little fucking monsters. Amiibos is like fucking Princess Zelda and shit, and fucking Mario and Luigi and shit. That's cool looking shit. Like, if someone came up to me and said, I could draw you a picture, and they said, I could draw you a picture of a dragon, or I could draw you a picture of Princess Zelda. I want Princess Zelda. You can call me fooled if you want, but Nintendo shit is cooler than generic monster shit, which is what Skylanders give you. And Amiibos add to multiple games, and Skylanders is only for one game. And on top of that, you can't say Amiibos copy it off of Skylanders. Like, they didn't copy off them 100%. You can say they copied off them by making little figurines, but then if you want to be that technical about it, you can say Skylanders copied off of action figures, because action figures have been around since before then, right? Action figures, at the end of the day, they just fucking little statues that sit still and you can move them around a little bit. But I completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry about that. But it's just amazing to hear his argument. For this. It really is. Let's continue.
Okay. We're not listening to customer feedback. Oh, we're just going to jump on someone else's fucking fad idea.
Nintendo doesn't listen to customer feedback.
Dumbasses who buy collectibles.
Dumbasses that buy collectibles. This is the same asshole that was making thousands of dollars a month on fucking YouTube and decided to buy a bunch of statues that he's trying to get rid of now and he doesn't even appreciate. DSP, you're talking about yourself again. You're a dumbass that used to fucking buy collectibles, used to buy statues for $200 and $300. And you shitting on people that buy Amiibos for $15 and $20? Are you fucking serious? Really?
Sure,
Jesus,
that's
dude.
That's what the Nintendo management is saying behind doors right now. Oh, yes. This other Skylanders, and then Disney Infinity made tons of money selling these. Well, we might as well just...
Capcom was saying, oh man, we have plenty stupid people like DSP around the world with extra money, so let's make some shitty statues and sell them to them and pretend that they're rare. So 10 years from now, they'll be trying to sell them back to other people.
fucking do it too, because we've got our own first party characters, and those morons will buy them and make us rich again.
Wow, he just called a dude that sent the question in a moron, basically.
Gaming, we're gonna sell little figures and take your money, and that's exactly what's fucking happening.
He just called a dude that sent in a question a moron. The dude said he liked collecting Amiibos, and he called people that buy and collect Amiibos morons. I don't understand how this is a thing. Like, if I made people spend, even if people sent me questions for free, I wouldn't shit on them and answer the question. What's wrong with you? This is gonna be like a video series.
People, again, they're not the mainstream audience of the Wii U, right? People who don't even own the Wii U are running. I gotta buy fucking Amiibos, man.
Really? I mean, I would actually like to get Amiibos because they look fucking cool and it's Nintendo character. So I guess I'm a fool and I got duped by Nintendo. But I don't have a Wii U, and I don't want to use that with a 3DS. So I'm not buying them. They look fucking cool. But to be honest, the way I feel about Amiibos is I buy them when they're not worth anything, when people stop collecting them and the fad is over with. Kind of like Pokemon cards. I did that with Pokemon cards. Anyway, different story. But these are not the mainstream audience. No, DSP, I think it's the mainstream audience. People are not buying Amiibos and flocks that don't even have a Wii U. Like, that's kind of the hardcore audience that spends money on collectible shit and knickknacks. The mainstream audience doesn't buy collectibles. Since when have you seen the mainstream buy collectibles? Whatever.
I love it. I got this one and that one, and it's a fad and it's a craze. Now, I'm not here to say that I'm above being a collector. I've been a collector multiple times in my life. I collected baseball cards.
He just called people that collect stuff stupid, though.
Comic book cards. I collected comic books
and not
themselves.
Typical DSP fashion. He shits on something and then say, no, I used to like it, so I'm not shitting on it. So if you take this video, if you take part of this out of the video and use it, you're using it out of context, because I say I like it too. That's like DSP, the type of dude that'll say Pokemon is fucking stupid and collecting little monsters in the video game is stupid and Nintendo handheld games are stupid. And then he'll immediately follow up and say, I think Pokemon are great. I loved Pokemon in the 90s. I used to be one of those guys that collected Pokemon all the time. Okay? He'll do that. It's fucking amazing.
Statues and other collectibles. The times in my life that I did that, I did it because I liked it.
And you had extra YouTube money?
There was never any kind of underlying reason. When I
did it because I liked it while I'm scratching myself.
Okay, of some awesome character from Marvel Comics that I like. Was that several $100s wasted? Of course it was. Those several $100s that I could have put towards something more useful. And
yeah, like put it in savings so you wouldn't be broke now.
Sell those statues. That was money that I could have easily put towards things more useful. At the time, I was a new bachelor. I was making money for the first time in my life. I didn't know what to do with it. I was living in a small condo. I didn't have a lot of bills in Connecticut, so I blew some money on statues. The difference
At least he admit to it.
Sideshow Collectibles wasn't a game-making company who for 4 or 5 years completely ignored the market feedback and failed as...
Wait. So it's okay for Sideshow Collectibles to make some shitty figurines and only make 500 of them and sell them for $300 a pop because they only made 500 of them. It's okay for them to do that because they're not a video game developer or a video game publisher. It's not okay for Nintendo to make a little Amiibos and for Activision to make Skylanders and for Disney, whatever the fuck the gaming company called, to make Disney Infinity. It's not okay for them to make that because they're a gaming company. It's not okay for a gaming company to make collectibles because they're a gaming company. But it's okay for a fucking a fucking outside company to make the same thing for more money and make way less. It's okay for them to make it because they're not a gaming company. So DSP logic, I could get the rights to make a Zelda amiibo, make a Zelda amiibo and sell it. That's okay. But if Nintendo makes a Zelda amiibo, it's not okay. I can make 20 Zelda amiibos and sell them for $1,000 a pop, and that'll be okay. But if Nintendo makes Zelda amiibos, make 20,000 of them and sell them for $20 a pop, it's not okay. All right,
game maker
DSP.
losing millions of dollars year after year, and then said, "Oh, we're going to start selling collectibles now," and then everyone ran and bought their collectibles. It's a completely different situation.
Really?
You know what I mean? Nintendo does not sell collectibles. That's like
But almost all of the statues he got, all of them didn't come from Sideshow Collectibles or whatever the fuck they're called. A lot of them came straight from the game developer. So what the fuck is he talking about? And at the end of the day, I hate saying at the end of the day, but sometimes you have to say it. At the end of the day, some of that shit was made only for a specific video game, even if it wasn't made by the developer or the publisher. But it was okay because an outside company made it.
1% of your market. Now it's
like I said in the first part,
no one's fucking buying.
Like I said in the first part, he really should do a skeleton script of the answers to these questions because he sounds like such a dumbass when he tries to prove his point.
In their games. So it's absolutely out of ridiculous.
It's out of ridiculous.
Seriously.
You're not even drunk and I'm fucking
completely subsisting
whatever.
On a collectible fad of little figurines. Skylanders, then Disney Infinity, then these Amiibos. This will
Dudes,
not
people
support itself. The Amiibo fad will die out after a couple of years, just like all these fads.
People been collecting little tiny figurines since since forever. Yeah, it's a fad, but it's not like it's something that's gonna completely die. As long as Nintendo makes Amiibos, people are gonna buy them. Nintendo is like king of making shit that costs way too much, and they don't make a lot of them, and people want it. I remember when the Pikachu 3DS XL came out, that shit was selling for $500 used. I fucking bought one and sold it at price because I didn't want it anymore after I got it. But the motherfuckers are selling for $400 and $500 used. And you go on eBay or Amazon now and they selling for like $300 new. Because the value went down because people don't give a fuck about them more. But Nintendo was the king of that shit, dude. Nintendo was always going to be a king of that shit. Nintendo was always going to be the lead game developer, publisher, whatever, of making little shit that should be irrelevant, but is relevant. That's all my opinion. You can ignore
Nintendo,
that.
It's not going to fix anything. It's going to give them a short-term revenue stream, and then they're going to have to figure out, oh shit, oh yeah, we make games.
Oh look, he's talking about himself again. Me being on Patreon is not going to fix anything. It's going to give me a short-term revenue stream, and I'm going to say, oh yeah, I make YouTube videos. I should make better ones and get more views. This is him talking about himself again.
Right? Now we got to realize how to make new games, how to sell another console.
Now we got to realize how to make better commentary and do more polished videos.
And, you know, Nintendo's NX, right? Well, we don't have to cater to what all the other game makers do.
We don't have to cater to what all the other YouTubers do, as in editing content and doing more interesting commentary and maybe being somewhat informative or at least fun. We don't have to cater to the people on Twitch and the people that stream on YouTube and be nice to the viewer. We can curse the viewer out. This is DSP talking about himself again.
We don't have to make a console with better graphics. We're going to have a new...
We don't have to have a YouTube page with good commentary.
Revolutionary gimmick that'll catch. This is what the...
We have a new gimmick that catches on, and we'll say, if you give me $5 a month, even if you pledge only $1, you can still help out my content, okay? This is DSP talking about himself again. It's fucking amazing.
I answered in the last time I did Ask the King. The management of Nintendo publicly said we're doing the same thing fucking again. We're ignoring the market and doing whatever the fuck we want because we know better than you, the gamer, by our fucking...
We're ignoring YouTube because we do whatever the fuck we want, and we ignore you, the average YouTube viewer, and I do whatever the fuck I want. This is DSP talking about himself again.
Here's dumbass to finance the next project.
Jesus, these videos are fucking long. Exactly. I had to check fucking Bandicam for a second.
And people, the fact that people can't see this, you know what I mean? The fact that you can't see through it is
the fact that the people that donate money to him can't see through his bullshit.
Ridiculous.
Is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go buy a fucking Amiibo. I'm 30.
And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna watch DSP videos without ad block on.
3 years old.
Because I'm 24 years old.
Get rid of all the collectibles in my house and pay my...
I'd much rather make my own YouTube videos and actually try to be somewhat interesting or not watch anyone else's shit at all.
Bills, and maybe have a chance to actually go on a fucking vacation in the next 2 years.
By getting money from Patreon.
And actually do worthwhile things with my life. Now,
like nothing.
If you have disposable income, you like collectibles, fine. But understand, you're paying for Nintendo's mistakes when you buy that amiibo.
Understand, you're paying for DSP's mistakes when you donate to his Patreon. This is me talking to the wall again because this is a person I'm like really connecting with tonight. Understand, you're paying for DSP's mistakes when you donate to his Patreon.
Your hype into the fad is paying for their horrendous management decisions.
Your hype into his fad of Patreon is paying for his horrendous decisions of managing his YouTube account, his business, by not going direct capture earlier, shitting on people on Twitch, leaving Twitch, shitting on people in the YouTube videos, shitting on people in the YouTube streams. Keep in mind, you're paying for this. You're supporting this. He's talking about himself again.
They ignored your feedback for years.
The fact that DSP ignored your feedback for years.
You're financing that and you're supporting that.
You're financing that and you're supporting that when you donate to his Patreon.
When you buy a fucking amiibo.
When you donate to his fucking Patreon.
Just understand that. Every time
Just understand that
Nintendo claims a content ID match video on YouTube, you're supporting that when you line up.
every time DSP makes a shitty goal on Patreon and you pay for it, you're supporting that.
Up to buy the new amiibo at the store. So that's what I disagree with amiibos. Not the fact
That's
that
what I
people
disagree
like
with him
collectibles.
with
It's
him
that
making a
people are
Patreon. It's not like I dislike people with a Patreon. It's like I dislike people that take advantage of it. Wow.
blinded by fads. Oh,
It's like he's so blinded by money.
yeah, amiibos are cool now. Yeah,
Oh, Patreon is cool now.
yeah, but what the fuck is behind the fad?
What the fuck is behind the donations?
Think about it. Why do they even exist? Because Nintendo desperately needs your money to make up
Because DSP desperately needs your money to go on vacations. Yes.
for their bullshit management decisions. And
For their bullshit management decisions. Because Machinima doesn't fucking manage them. Machinima gives no fucks about the people that make money for them. It works perfectly. It fits perfectly. It's fucking
not
amazing.
listening to feedback.
He's not listening to feedback.
That's why they need them. And that's
Wow. That's what pisses me off. Take a sip of our fucking drink.
Okay. So I see a few trolls.
Okay. Oh, trolls in the chat. Take care of them quickly, which means block them. You fucking asshole.
All right, next question. This one is from I Am Curlut.
I wonder if a troll was really in the chat or if someone was just questioning his opinion. Because questioning DSP's opinion is the equivalent of being a troll.